That's a really interesting video that's coming out soon. They have an incredible talent when it comes to marbling. Unique wall art and surface design stuff. Interesting look, isn't it, really? Right, so we are back filming at my house, this time for a house tour. So we're doing a house tour video, so that'll be on my channel. By the time this goes up, this should already be live. And it's basically just a house tour, running the numbers, showing you the profit in doing a flip on a bungalow, where we've added value, why we've done what we've done, and stuff like that. So that's a really interesting video that's coming out soon. So be sure to check that out. But yeah, that's today's job, is get that filmed. We've got a bunch of other bits to do with the agency and the property playbook. But yeah, main focus is getting this video all done and shot. So if you want to check that out, if you're curious about that, then it will be in on my YouTube channel. Okay, so that's another call wrapped up with another client. So this client in particular, so they're based in Serbia. They have an incredible talent when it comes to marbling. So some of you that follow me might know that I had a business, or have a business, in education, the Venetian plaster sector. This is like a sub-sector or a sub-niche of this niche. And he's very good. I flew to Serbia last year to produce that digital product for him. And it came out amazing. It was really well put together. And we're now launching a new sort of sales process for that program. So that program's been running, we've been trialing it, testing it, optimizing it, and improving it in the background. And now we're going to do an official launch. So we just had a call because we've got to put together a sort of sales webinar where we're going to do a free training class. We're going to take them through a small section of the class that's actually in the paid program, and then push the paid program at the end of that webinar to hopefully find more clients, find more students, and expand the sales for this course. So yeah, really good meeting, really positive, got lots of great ideas. We're putting everything together, and hopefully the launch for that webinar will be in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, all good. Yo, what's up guys? So today we are in the studio shooting content for one of the other online offers that I run. This one is the Venetian plaster offer, Tally Walls, some of you may or may not know. So basically we teach online courses around unique wall art and surface design stuff, plaster finishes, all that sort of cool stuff. And today we're just shooting content. So we're in the studio, basically just shooting organic content, because it's really important to be feeding your audience. So when you're running, especially when you're running paid traffic, you know, a lot of those eyeballs, that traffic will come and sit on your page. They'll follow you, they'll like your content, and they'll re-engage for many times. I mean, in the sort of marketing space, a lot of people tend to say that you need at least 7 touch points with an ideal customer before they become a customer. And doing that through organic social media is one of the best ways to do it. So we're filming story content, post content, carousels, different types of formats, stuff like that we can then share organically to the people that are coming through from the paid ads. We're also filming some paid ads as well, because again, we need to make sure that we're creative testing a lot of different angles when we're running paid ads for these digital offers. So yeah, we're in the studio filming that. We'll chuck a little bit of B-roll up, and yeah, it should be a good day. Okay, so that is the day done. So we've shot a bunch of content, and we've done some really cool stuff from organic ads, organic content, paid ads, all that good stuff. I mean, the studio space isn't big here. This is basically just at my house, but it just means it's quick and efficient to get content produced. But yeah, we've had a really good day. We've shot a bunch of content. We've done some really cool stuff. So now we need to go away and edit all that content and basically schedule it ready to be posted. And then we can start testing the paid ads as well. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so it's Monday morning. I'm just spending some time with the little one and then getting ready to go and shoot. So we're shooting all day for Property Playbook. So we're doing a bunch of ads ready for the launch. One thing that I like to do when I'm shooting ads is, when I'm getting ready for a launch, is batch make creatives like mad. So we make as many creatives as we can, image, carousels, video ads, and loads of different angles as well. So like UGC style, POV style, B-roll ads, talking direct to camera, and ads with unique hooks as well. But I like to batch make as many pieces of content as much as we can, because when we come to testing, we want to find what angles work, what style of creative works. And if we've got a batch, we can test a lot without having to worry about remaking more creatives once we know what works, we can then make more of those creatives and scale it up. So yeah, I'll follow me along for the rest of the day. Right, have a look at this. So this has just come in the post. So obviously we always want to shoot unique content, and I think when you're doing TikToks or organic content and stuff like that, you need to be what we call like a pattern interrupt. So you want to create content that almost makes people think or stop scrolling and look at what you're producing. So chest mount or sort of chest POVs, head mount POVs work really well. Well, I actually ordered this as like a mouthpiece for POV, and I've read a lot about how the mouthpiece can actually look super legit. So whether this actually works, I don't know. So especially for the sort of plastering type content and stuff like that, we actually have a new client for the U-Launch agency, which is in the resin niche. So for them, this sort of stuff would fit really well. Anything like that, or cooking, or we had someone reach out to the agency that teaches about steaks, like cooking steaks. So again, POV content is something practical like that would be really, really cool. If you're like in the property niche and just doing a house tour, then maybe not so much. So you can literally rig up like this. I mean, that's interesting look, isn't it, really? And then if I click record, let's try it. Oh. Tastes a bit shit. Yeah, basically. Alright, here you go. Yeah. I think that looks pretty sick. I think that looks pretty sick. Yeah, it tastes like shit then. Probably should have cleaned it before I put it in my mouth. Right, so we've been scammed. We have one of the ad accounts with one of the creators that we work with through the agency U-Launch has been scammed. And this is something, if you follow me and you want to run ads, or you're looking to run ads for other people or whatever, when it comes to, you know, ad accounts, Facebook business managers, Facebook pages, all that sort of stuff, sometimes your creators or clients that you work with already have existing business managers, Facebook pages, stuff like that. Now, what we do is whenever we come in and work with a creator or work with a brand or a business or whatever it is, when it comes to ads, we always make sure that we have some level of admin access to any of those accounts or softwares. This is for this primary reason, but there's some things you can't stop. So I always say to all my clients, especially, you know, the guys that aren't necessarily techno savvy or they're not used to using technology and social media, be very careful of the links that you press. So one of the clients, he got a Facebook message. When you start running ads, you'll notice you get a lot of scam messages through Facebook. It's just what happens. He's then clicked one of those links, given somebody some form of access to his account. They've managed to get into his Facebook account, therefore get into our ad account and run ads. Now, what some of these scammers do is they're simply looking for Facebook accounts that have ad accounts with a active bank card attached to it, so you can then run ads. And what they've done is exactly that. They've hacked into the account, got access to the ad account, and they've run ads for a completely different business. I think one was a gym in like Utah or something, or Ohio, somewhere in the US, and the other one was like a drop shipping brand of like this Chinese like plushy toy or some product. And what they do is they just scale the ad spend like mad. So this ad account in particular was spending like 100, 150 quid a day, just literally ticking along before we start to scale it. And yeah, they managed to get in, run ads to this account, and they set the budget to 20k. So it was 20k a day they'd set on this account. And luckily, the only reason it stopped, so it stopped at about 800 quid after like the first hour, was because our bank blocked it, because there was so many frequent payments. So Facebook doesn't bill in huge chunks, especially with new ad accounts. It will bill in small increments. I think it starts at like 2 quid. And then it builds up and up and up. So it was billing 100, 100, 100, 150, 150, 200, 200, and then it blocked it because it seemed a little bit sus. So I'm kind of surprised Facebook didn't get ahead of this, but yeah, our bank actually blocked it, protected us, which is great. But it meant that, yeah, we're like 800 quid down. So I had to speak to Facebook, speak to the bank, do all that stuff. Facebook have been really good. They've actually refunded the amount back to our account, and we managed to get them out. Reset everything, the security. We didn't actually lose access to the account. So the problem with some people is they get hacked, they lose their Facebook page, they lose access to their Facebook account, and because they haven't got a backup on the ad account, i.e. another Facebook page or another person, then you can't get access and you lose everything altogether. So always make sure you've got a backup and never click links. So luckily we're back in, luckily we got our money back, but just be very, very cautious. And when you're with clients, really make sure that you tell them, do not click links. Be very, very cautious.